Despite the potential of sharing and repairing to foster circular societal shifts, these activities are still marginal, and unsustainable lifestyles dominate. To make sharing and repairing normal and embedded in our everyday lives, our perceptions need to change. People will also need to accept that it's okay to wear someone else's clothes or drive someone else's car, and this can be equally fashionable and comfortable as wearing new clothes or driving your own car. People will also need to accept that it's okay to repair their smartphones, laptops, or bikes. You can do it yourself, or, what is even more fun, with some help from your neighbors, colleagues, friends, or co-citizens. But how do we go about such a norm shift? Well, there is a need to better understand the potential contribution of sharing and repairing to environmental sustainability, economic prosperity, and social cohesion, as well as the socioeconomic and environmental risks that these activities might bring along. From an economic perspective, by participating in sharing and repairing, the individuals can save money. Since they don't have to buy as much new stuff, they can also earn money if they rent out their possessions or help others with repairs. Since these systems are mainly local, they may contribute to local community development and economic growth. But this is not without a controversy. Uncertainties remain on how the profits should be distributed and in what ways these new models affect established businesses. There is also no universally accepted practice on how to incorporate profits created from sharing into the formal tax system, which often places them in a gray legal area. From a social perspective, by participating in sharing and repairing, individuals can build social connections, improve communal well-being, and in this way build social capital. On the other hand, concerns have been raised about, for example, public safety, privacy, and limited liability of sharing organizations. From an environmental perspective, ideally we need to produce fewer goods, which would reduce the use of raw materials and energy, and generate less waste and emissions. But sharing could also stimulate consumption. If sharing does not substitute consumption, but rather adds to the consumption portfolio, we might end up with more consumption and a high demand for production. And there is also a risk that the money people save when sharing and repairing will be spent on environmentally detrimental things like long-distance journeys or larger living areas. Sharing and repairing activities can foster circular societal shifts at individual and community levels. But to realize this potential, key actors need to be aware of associated risks and find ways to circumvent those while maximizing the benefits of sharing and repairing.